Hey, how are you? It's Mary Bicknell. Welcome to Lead a Life Uncommon, where every Monday you're going to get a little biz bite to start your week off right. And then every Wednesday, we're going to deep dive into all things personal growth, where my goal is to help you have an aha every single week. You know, this podcast is for you, for the woman who's the go-getter, who knows there's more inside. And you know what? You're ready to smash through that self-imposed glass ceiling so you can finally see what you're made of. Ready? Let's go. Happy Wednesday. Today is all your big personal development day because you want to grow. You want to be able to evolve. And if you don't, why the hell not? That'd be crazy, right? What we're going to be talking about today is one of my favorite topics, ROI, return on investment. But today, because this is Personal Development Wednesday, Personal Growth Wednesday, Bust Through Your Inner BS Wednesday, whatever you want to call it, we're going to talk about return on investment in your personal life. So how to use this concept of ROI, return on investment, in your personal life so that you can make the most epic decisions. You know, when we think about investments, a lot of times we think about stocks, bonds, hiring people for your business, etc. When we're applying this for your personal life, I want you to think about, what about investing in yourself on all levels? Here's the issue. Here's the big glaring problem. You know, as women, we are dismal. That's my new word, dismal at this. We don't typically invest in ourselves on all levels. And I want to change this. I want to support you in changing this. So when was the last time that you had someone who helped you transform, that helped give you clear direction and feedback about what you're doing in your personal life? And I don't mean necessarily a therapist, although that could be helpful. What about a coach? What about a mentor? What about a guide? What about people in your personal life that's part of your team? Right. You know, in business, we think about, we've got to hire our staff, we've got to hire a team, we have different positions. And yet, in our personal lives, we don't think about this as much. Now, granted, maybe you have a housekeeper that comes every now and again. I want you to really blow your mind today and think about developing your personal team to help you have the most incredible life. As you know, I'm a success coach, a leadership mentor. I work with professionals and women business owners who've hit that mental wall, right? That inner mental wall. And they're just riding the fence of burnout. Or maybe they've gotten a ton of success. And yet, damn it, it just doesn't feel so satisfying. You reach the goal and there's still this niggle, this little something, this little that's calling to you. And a lot of times it's because you may have success in one area. You may be all in with yourself on one area in your life, but typically what I have found to be true over the 25 years of working with women is that they're not great. I'll include myself here. We're not great at giving equal priority to things that would light us up, that things that would make us excited, that things would be fantastic. So let's be real here. When we do, a lot of times it's full of guilt if we want more, right? So, you know, it's like something's less than satisfying and it's like, you feel a little guilty. I shouldn't, the whole should bullshit comes in. I shouldn't be complaining. I shouldn't want more. You know, things are pretty good. I have 2 homes. Like, this is me. Like, I'm in a place, and this is as we are ending 2021, but the truth is, whether you're listening to this now in 2021 or whenever, it's completely applicable. Sometimes we get to a milestone. And for me, I'm at a milestone thinking like, oh my God, the things I have in my life that I've created are incredible. And I'm more successful than I ever thought I would be. And yet, there's more to me. Just like my friends, there's more to you. There's more to you, and there's more. And sometimes we are riddled with guilt about wanting more because we should be happy with what we have. We should be satisfied. I can't believe that you're going to all of those things. And today I want to bust through that bullshit for you, with you, and
and remove some of the emotion here, right? So that you can actually look at the concept of ROI in your personal life to make decisions that will support you fully in all areas within your personal life. Sometimes we're stumbling around, we've got this blind spot, right? And we're stumbling around unable to see the very thing in the way of what we want or in the way of who you want to be. And we're stumbling around unable to see the very thing in the way to get to the other side of that mental block that we have. And I think that we all need support. Look, I have in my personal life, I have a great, incredible therapist. I have a coach. And this is besides business, right? So I think of my team also as my housekeeper, the yard guy, the Fernando who does like painting and all the things I need around this house and my other house. What about people who clean your vehicles? Like, I want you to start thinking about where in your personal life can you allow yourself to experience this ROI? So let's talk about this. The ROI stands for, I'm going to get to this, but why I really am hesitating here for drama, I want you to think about this and listen to this whole episode. Here's the thing I'm realizing too, as I'm talking, is that it just sounds, when we talk about return on investment, it sounds so stiff and stifled. And in a way, that's really good, because frequently we make decisions, don't we, based on emotion. And while that's really great in some areas, it also can be so negative. And the negativity comes in with the guilt, with the doubt, with the I really shouldn't. And so what I want you to do is start removing some of your emotional state. And I've talked about this before. Let's be in a state of logic. Let's remove the emotion. Let's be in logic. And that's exactly what I want you to think about right now when we're looking at using ROI to help you make these epic decisions. Now, it's easy to make decisions, isn't it, about our children, about our husband, about blah, 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 all these things. We always take other people into consideration, and not always with ourselves in all areas. And let me be clear, in all areas. So some of you are walking around on $1,500 shoes and you're like, Mary, I don't know what you're talking about. I buy these $1,500 shoes. This isn't just about the $1,500 shoes. This is literally about all things that you want. So whether it's buying those shoes, a new house, bringing on a chef or a housekeeper every day, or we sometimes begin to second guess and doubt creeps in. Like, really, should I do that? Who do you think you are? Do you really need that? Why can't you just be satisfied with what you have? Who needs a housekeeper coming in every day? What are you talking about, a chef? All these things. Now, some of you might be like, well, Mary, I can't have those right now. Like, maybe I'm in a place where my business wouldn't allow a housekeeper every day. Okay, but maybe twice a week, maybe once a week. I want you to think bigger, my friends. This is not called lead a common average freaking life. This is called lead a life uncommon. You want to be the status quo. You want to be the same Sally Sue that is go back to your high school reunion, my friends, and look around. Do you want to be there? So let's get started, and let's look at this logically. The cool thing about return on investment, there's two parts logic and one part emotion. So it can really be a game changer worth working through some of those times when you almost sabotage yourself by second guessing your decisions around all things personal. And by the way, we're going to have an episode on Biz Bites Monday coming up on the ROI in business. And then I'm going to give you a part 2 on, this is juicy. I love this part. Ready? How to close more deals or sales with clients by helping them see the return on investment, the ROI in your offer. Oh my God. I love teaching that. Blow your own mind. Talk about it. Okay. Ready? So here's the 3 components of ROI. And so these are applicable to business and personal. Really, it's just, today, we're talking under the umbrella of personal. Ready? Number 1, here's 3 components, right? Number 1, does it make you money or save you money? So when you're thinking about making a decision or investing in something, spending your time or your money or your emotional state into something, here's how you make the decision. Does it help you make money or save money? That's component number one. Number two, does it help you with time, like having more time? And number three, does it give you a better emotional state? Do you feel better? Do you feel more confident? Do you feel satisfied? Do you feel good? Do you feel elated? Do you feel jubilant? Do you feel aroused? Do you feel elated? Like, what does it do for your emotional state? So here's a variety of things that we can look at that not every woman gives to themselves. But here's the thing. You probably do indulge, like I said, in certain areas. And you probably have somehow limited yourself in other areas. So here's some examples of how you might do that. You might have you have a housekeeper and you really don't ask her to do what you want to do. That also can fall under boundaries, right? It's like you scurry around and make sure the house is picked up before the housekeeper gets there. Instead of just hiring somebody where you're like, hey, look, I'm paying you and I'm going to ask you to do all the things. Like, what are all the things that you want done? The same with bringing in a chef. What would it be like if you could bring in a chef once a month just to like create some meals and stick them in the freezer? What about somebody doing your laundry? What about having a stylist help you so that you're not wasting money on clothes that you hate and that you feel frumpy in? Oh my God, there's so many things. I want to blow your mind with this. What about, I'm going to give you some other ones. Here you go. What about having somebody come and organize your house, right? What would that be like once a quarter to have somebody just come in and help you straighten up and get rid of stuff? Oh, I love that. So maybe you have a rockin' wardrobe and yet you won't invest in, you're doing your own hair. Now, here's the argument I know that you're going to give me. I already get it. Money spent in one area is money taken away from another. Maybe you love doing your hair. I don't know. Stop. Like, maybe you do. I've had one client. She's like, I love cleaning my toilet. And I'm just like, really? I think of other things you could do. Maybe like play with those 3 children. So make sure as we're going through this, I know that some of this is going to trigger you. Be aware of that. Where are you being triggered? What about this? Have you ever hired a coach like me? What do you think the return would be if you felt better about yourself? If you finally busted through your BS limiting thoughts, or you finally got some support about defining and implementing boundaries with yourself, with your family, with your friends, with your clients? How do you think working with someone like me would help you from stop over drinking, stop overeating, overspending, over all the stuff that you're in massive denial about and you are avoiding facing? Here's what I have found to be true. When you're not really doing the thing that you want to do, when you're not investing in all the things that would make you happy, all the ROI stuff, the saving you time, saving you money and making you feel great, guess what? That denial shows up in over drinking, overeating, over shopping, vegging out. That's where it shows up. So the very next time that you are doing one of those activities that you're like, I can't believe I ate all those M&Ms again, ask yourself, well, what is it that you're avoiding? Here's what I know to be true. It can only be one of 2 things, my friends. One of 2 things. You're either avoiding a negative state, negative emotional state, or you're denying what you really want. Let me say that again. You're avoiding a negative emotional state. Maybe you're in a bad relationship and you really need to be like, hey, we need to go to therapy or ending this. But instead you're like avoiding it by shopping too much, sitting and watching Netflix and eating M&Ms. Or you're denying that you want more. And they're kind of wrapped up, isn't it? The truth, they're kind of wrapped up together. Imagine what it would be like if I can help you bust through this. And I could just go on and on and on and on and on about client testimonials. And by the way, if you've never been to my website and look that up, please go do that. Go look at some of the results that clients have had when they've worked with me. I want you to lead a life uncommon. And in order to do that, you got to bust through your mental shit. All right. So let's look at some other things, right? Have you ever hired a personal trainer? What about a house organizer? I just said that already. What about that chef or cook who comes once a week or does all the grocery shopping? Oh my God. What about having your laundry done? I'm going to give you like simple um, examples here. And I'm going to put dollars to it so that you can be in logic. Remember, we're getting logic. What about having someone actually come to your house for your weekly or monthly massage, right? Maybe you get out of a nice bubble bath and someone has a massage table set up in your master bedroom after you get out of the tub. And you can just walk over there and have a massage at 8 o'clock and get into bed fully relaxed at 9. God, doesn't that sound amazing? I'm totally doing that. I've been wanting to do that. We live in this amazing house and our back patio just overlooks our water feature and you can hear the waterfall. And in the summer, it's completely private. Like, yes, I walked around naked outside, even though I live 90 seconds from a Whole Foods. Like where I live is extremely private. But I'm totally doing that. I've been wanting to do that. I have been wanting to do that. You know what? I'm saying this right now. What's today? I'm recording this in the beginning of December of 2021. I will make that happen the first month of 2022, period. Done. What about getting somebody to come to your house and get a blowout? Wouldn't that be nice to have somebody fix your hair all the time? Okay. So I could just keep going on and on and on, and I'm just ready to hire some other people to support me. What do you think the return would be? So let's pick something and let's get into logic and let's really play this out. You probably haven't run the numbers. You probably have never looked at the emotional payoff for yourself. And you've never truly given yourself the ability to look at what kind of time you may have gained. So let's get serious about this, right? Let's get serious. So let's start simply with an ROI. Let's do this. Ready? Because we all could want this. Okay. Please don't DM me and tell me you love doing laundry. So we're going to use the example of having someone do your laundry every week, put it away in your closet, all beautifully hung, pressed, organized by color and style. Take that in for a minute. Your laundry hung beautifully in your closet. All the laundry done. Zero piling up, completely organized. Doesn't that sound amazing? I personally love how my closet is set up. It's completely custom. I had it built exactly the way I wanted it. It's completely the way I organized it. I want it organized. I do like my closet organized according to color. I like all the plain, no pattern items put together, all the blouses. And then I have another section that is all items that have some sort of pattern. And then, of course, I have my long sweaters and my short sweaters and my pants. It's all very organized. So let's say maybe you have a housekeeper, okay? Although remember, you could have your laundry picked up right at the door. Nobody's going to put it away, but you could actually put your old junky laundry right on your front doorstep on a Friday and come home Friday afternoon or walk out of your home office Friday afternoon and boom, it's all folded and it's all done for you. But let's just say you have a housekeeper. Let's have her come twice a week. Yeah, I said twice a week, not once a week. Let's play this out. So twice a week she comes, she changes the sheets every week. And by the way, FYI, Oprah, she has her sheets changed daily. So, if it's good enough for Oprah to have them daily, it's good enough for you, my friend, to have them done at least once a week. So she comes in, she pulls the sheets off, she goes and puts it in the laundry so that by the time she leaves that day, you have a fresh bed. She comes and she does the laundry on both days. Yes, she comes in, she does the laundry every single time so that you always have an organized closet. The sheets are put away, the towels are folded properly the way they're supposed to in a linen closet. All right, so now let's get tactical and logical. Because I know I'm ruffling some feathers. And although this is a very simple possibility for you to have support, I also know that there's something inside of you that's been triggered with, well, I like to do my laundry, or I want to be the good housewife, or et cetera, et cetera. I want to remind you, my friends, that most of us who have a business, a job, a career, that's just one of our hats. And typically at the end of the day, guess what other hat we put on? Housekeeper, we put on the damn housekeeper hat. I want to encourage you to hire someone to take that hat off of your head. All right, now let's put numbers to this. So let's say you pay your housekeeper $30 an hour, right? And I know it ranges anywhere from $20 to $50 an hour. So I'm just kind of picking the middle of the road, $30 an hour. She's there 4 hours each day. So that's 8 hours per week. Got it? So obviously 8 hours times $30 is $240 per week. $240 per week. Friends, that's less than a trip to Target, right? Let's be real. Okay. So now let's look at the ROI. Remember the 3 components? Does it help you make money or save money? So let's look at how having a housekeeper come 8 hours per week can help you actually make money. Now, I want you to think about it. If she does your laundry and everything's put away perfectly, how confident do you think you're going to feel when you show up and you want to close that deal? You want to prep for that presentation. You want to walk across that stage giving that talk in front of 100 of your perfect ideal clients, right? Let's be real. When we look good, we show up differently to work. And when we show up differently and we are stepping into our confidence, I promise, and I know you know, that you make more money, right? When your hair looks better, you make more money. When you're feeling good about your appearance, you're more confident and you make more money. So how's this saving you money? Well, that's the easiest part. Okay. So let's get real about that. So instead of you spending 8 hours a week doing whatever she's going to be doing, imagine that you put 4 hours to play and 4 hours to work. If you're paying her $30 an hour, the probability, if you're listening to this, you're making significantly more than $30 an hour, $150, $200, $300, $400, $500 an hour. It becomes illogical for you to do some of these things yourself. Even, and here's the thing, even if you happen to be listening to this and you are only making $30 an hour, it's still worth it so that you can relax a little bit. Okay. So how does this have you have more time? Well, that's the obvious, isn't it? What would you give to have 8 more hours in your week? Like, I'm going to pause. Really, I'm asking you, what would you give to have 8 more hours in your week? Would you give $240 a week to have 8 more hours? See, here's the little lie that we tell ourselves. I don't have time, or you love saying, I'm so busy. Literally the other day, I talked to somebody. I was like, hey, how's it going? She goes, oh my God, I'm so crazy busy. And you know what? I'm so sick of hearing, oh my God, I'm so crazy busy. I'm really tired of it. It's not a badge of honor. It is not a badge of honor. You are not more worthy because your laundry list is all your to-do list is so long. It really, we're at a point, I believe, in women's evolution that we no longer need that badge. In fact, if we're not building in supreme care for oneself, support for oneself, it's really about thinking, this is what I think, and I'm going to be just transparent. I think, oh my God, she's not very organized. She needs some support. Why does she think that she has to be so busy? Now, I know some of you have moments in your life, of course, that we're busy there than others. Of course, we're going into volleyball season. Let me tell you, it's busy. And yet I have support. What would you give to have 8 hours back in your week? What about your emotional state? How many of you are running around feeling frazzled, rushed, tired? And some of you are like, I love doing my cleaning and laundry. I'm wondering, though, what would be different for you if you did have that more time that you could spend with your children, doing yoga, reading a book, taking a nap, learning to paint, baking something? What would that give you? And you could do it leisurely. I want you to think about when we have extra support and we look at the ROI on having and hiring support, what would that look like? So look, obviously we can think about, okay, you hire me. How's that going to help you? Of course, I'm going to help you learn how to make more money. Of course, save more money. Of course, have more free time. Every single client of mine, first of all, every single private client, their life is transformed. More confidence, more time, more money, period. I'm going to write that in my contracts. That's how strongly I am about it. Here's the truth. You need to start understanding that you have more power than you're giving yourself credit for. More power. And the same exercise can be done with whatever the return on investment. Those three components. Look at everything from this viewpoint so that you can make also epic decisions, sound decisions. And for those of you who have a partner in your life who's like, we're not going to have a housekeeper come 8 hours a week. I think that when you can start pointing out the return, you can start pointing out the money and time and emotional state that is improved, I think that you'll have a different conversation. But you can look at this every way, right? Does the new sofa help you make more money or save money? I don't know. Does it? Does it help you with time? I don't know. Does it? Does it help you feel better when you walk into that room and it's gorgeous, amazing sofa? Does it? Here's how I saved money. Here's the truth. For those of you who know, I have a degree in interior design. So one of the things that I have 2 sofas and they flank the fireplace and I move them around. But one of the things I did to save money, if you will, is I had slip covers made. So those of you who know me know that I love a good seasonal change out. So as soon as spring comes, I have these white slip covers. And as soon as fall comes, they come off, those white slip covers off, not to mention the rugs change, the lighting and lamps and the artwork change. And I have different side chairs and tables that change out. But anyhow, that actually saves me money by having the return on investment on having those slip covers, because twice a year, I get to feel like I have something new. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So here's your bold, uncommon action steps. Ready? What do you really want, my friends? What do you really want? What support do you want? What would happen if you got more time back? What would happen if you saved money or learned how to make more money? What would happen if you actually felt like a rock star, super confident, you stopped sabotaging yourself? When was the last time you invested in yourself? These are the questions I want you to answer. When was the last time you had support busting through your inner limiting BS? I want to be able to help you with all that. I want to invite you right now to a call with me. And really, this is only for you if you're done hitting your inner mental BS wall. You're ready to bust through this self-imposed psychological blind spots. Are you ready to get more money in your bank account? Are you ready to have more time? Are you ready to shed your doubts and step fully into that confident, amazing woman that you are in every single area? Not just your business, not just your career, not just certain areas of your life. I mean, fully. This is leading a life uncommon. So pop over to Instagram. Mary Bicknell Be Bold is my handle, and DM me. I will personally invite you to a chat with me and see if I can help you. I'm going to ask you too, what girlfriend do you know can you send this episode to? Where this woman, your friend, she's limiting herself and she's pondering and she's over and over and over. And you're just like, something's got to change. Send it to her. Until next time, don't forget also, go look for coming up. So if you're listening to this in real time toward the end of 2021, starting in the beginning of 2022, look for Biz Bites Monday with 2 other episodes specifically around the return on investment in business decisions, and then 1 episode on return on investment with closing more sales calls. All right, everybody, I look forward to seeing you and talking to you soon. Go say something wonderful over on Instagram. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Talk to you later.
Hey, you've been listening to Lead a Life Uncommon podcast. I'm here helping you create a life to allow you to do whatever the heck you want to do, whenever you want to do it. If you got some value out of this, I'm going to ask you, pop over and give a 5-star review. Subscribe and share this with a girlfriend you know is ready to lead a life uncommon herself. And I want to give you a couple things. Number one is pop over to marybicknell.com/podcast. I have something called the Guide to Your Hidden Thoughts Around Money and Success. You're going to uncover some good stuff there. It's a little workshop I'm giving to you. And another thing I want you to take advantage of is this exercise I did all around connecting with your evolved future self. You're going to love this exercise. It's going to be fantastic. In fact, when you're done, please, please, please go and tag me on Instagram or any of the socials and tell me what you thought. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say, and I'll chat with you soon. Bye now.